Glory be to God. All praises to God. Pastor, I just want to let you know how grateful I am to be able to share this gift. It's a gift from God with you all. You know, I remember that day when Martin Luther King was shot and was assassinated. It's 1968, and everybody had to go over to Big Mama's house. And I can remember, and as I was growing up, and I went to school, and I went to college, and I heard him, and it stuck to me, some of his words and some of his things he had said. And he was a man of God, and he spoke well, and he had a gift also from God. And so I memorized mostly all he said, and I want to share it with you. Praise the Lord. And I thank God for it. Amen. He said, "To be hypocritical indeed if I had allowed modesty to forbid my sin. Come on. But as CLC stood at the forefront of all that the water said move, left these monumental changes. My life has been subject to the sanitarium and sometimes consequential decisions. All right. The plant of freedom is just a bud and not yet a flower. He still needs to sink his mental buckets into the wells of knowledge. For more than half of his American history, he was a slave. But yet he built the standing bridges, the grand mansions, the study doctrine scout factories. And his unpaid labor, it made Cotton king. And he established America as a significant nation in international commerce. Even after his release from chattel slavery, the nations that was over him, submerging him, they had became the richest, most powerful, besides in the history of man. But it left us all far behind. But so we still have a long, long way to go. We have left the desert cores of Egypt. And we have fought the Red Sea that for years been hardened by long intentional winter of massive resistance. But before we reach the majestic cores of the promised land, there will still be gigantic mountains of opposition ahead. And for ambitious hilltops of industrial. Yes, we need a choice. Indeed, we need some answers. Indeed, we need some North Star to guide us into a future. Standing with glory and honor. If the Almighty came to me and said, "Martin Luther King Jr., which age in life would you like to live in?" He said, "Well, I'll take my mental flight by Egypt. From the dark dungeons of Egypt, across the Red Sea, through the wilderness, on towards the promised land. But in spite of all of its magnificence, I wouldn't stop there." He said, "I will go on to the great heyday of the Roman Empire. And I'll see developments around there through various emperors and leaders. But I wouldn't stop there." He said, "I'll pack my 95 species at the door of the church of Wittenberg. And we'll come with an elephant cry, saying we have nothing to fear but fear itself." But I wouldn't stop there. He said, "I'll go on to Mount Olympus. And I'll see Plato and Aristotle, Socrates, Euripides, and Aristophanes assemble around the Parthenon. I'll watch them around the Parthenon as they discuss the great and eternal issues of reality." But I wouldn't stop there. One night, a Herod, he came to Jesus. And he wanted to know what he can do to be saved. Now, Jesus didn't get all boiled down on a kind of isolated approach of what you shouldn't do. Now, Jesus didn't say now, "Oh, well, Nicodemus, you must stop lying." He didn't say, "Now, Nicodemus, you must stop cheating and doing all those things." Jesus said something altogether different because Jesus realized something basic. Jesus realized that if a man would lie, he will steal. And if a man will steal, he will kill. Instead of doing that, Jesus looked at him and said, "You must be born again." On the other hand, your whole structure must be changed. One thing you can never do is you can never advocate violence. And through violence, you can murder a murderer, but it's still going to be murder. Through violence, you can can murder a liar, but you cannot establish truth through lying. Darkness cannot put out darkness. Only light may do that. And he said that's why I decided to stick with love. Through love, a few may have the gift of prophecy. You may have the gift of scientific predictions and understand the behavior of molecules. You may boast through your childhood of learning the boundaries and extent of your degree. But if you have not loved all of these, they mean absolutely nothing. You may give your good to feed the poor, or you may have great gifts of charity. But if you have not love, your charity means nothing. What I'm trying to get you to see is that a man may be self-centered and his self-denial and his self-sacrifice and his generosity will feed his ego and he become egotistical. I have a dream. I have a dream that someday this nation would rise upon the pulpits, live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. Free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we're free at last. Thank you.